Smiths of Gloucester construction company are a prime example of the Quartix journey. We set up a trial on multiple vehicles so they could look at the system. Essentially the installation is very similar no matter the vehicle, however it's important to give the customer peace of mind. In each and every vehicle we went out with an installer, did that installation, showed the customer how it all worked, made sure they were happy when it came to placement of driver ID fobs and placement of units, and used that as a blueprint for the vehicles moving forward.
Implementation process was absolutely terrifying, or the thought of it was. Not only do we need to put new trackers in, but I need to take trackers out. And I've needed a lot of assurance, probably more so than most, in terms of what that looked like. Comes at a cost of one of two things. It's either an external cost or an internal resource cost. Downtime was an issue more so with HGVs. With the vans it was a little bit different. We had the ability to shift things around. That said, we still have not so much the downtime of the vehicle, but the downtime with the people and the resource inside the business moving vehicles around.
The transport manager's biggest concern is taking their vehicles off the road. They're busy and being used on a daily basis. These same transport managers are dealing with experiences from their incumbent supplier. Quartix is very famous for its customer support, customer service. We install over 6,000 units a month. We have 250 plus engineers up and down the country ready to install the units.
I was introduced to an implementation manager who very swiftly took my concerns and quite simply put them to bed. They were listening to me, and ultimately in turn I could trust what they were saying. It is a leap of faith that you have to take. It's a big job that's in addition to the day job. I guess the biggest key with the introduction with the implementation manager is that I wasn't doing this on my own, and that level of support was there. The communication was fantastic. I sent over a list of vehicles and details of the assets that we've got in the business, and ultimately the planning was completed by Quartix. Myself and my team ultimately ensured that the vehicles were here when they needed to be. And if we needed to move things around, we could move things around. The engineers went to other depots, they went to construction sites where we were working with customers, they went to colleagues' home addresses, anywhere we asked them to go.
The units are all ready to go as soon as they're installed. The first thing we'll do is talk about system setup. How many users do you need? How many groups do you need? What sort of administration rights do these users need? We'll also look at the reporting functions. Different people in the business will need access to different parts of the system. We can automate those reports for you so that they go directly to the right people at the right time.
I understand the fear of moving trackers, whether it's 5 vehicles or 500 vehicles. It's a big step, and ultimately you've got to get the stakeholders across the business engaged in this and brought into it. But with Quartix, they effectively took that management side of it and just dealt with it for us. It wasn't having a negative impact on downtime, it wasn't having a negative impact on resource or any division throughout the business. The implementation process needed to be specific to us rather than us working around another business, and Quartix absolutely mastered that.
Time and time again, customers are telling me that they are surprised at how well the installation process went, how quickly and seamless it was, how flexible we were when things needed to change. They're very, very impressed with the customer support and setup, very impressed with the training, but most importantly, they're very impressed with how easy it is to use the system, how comfortable they are within a matter of days, finding all the reports they need very quickly. Once the implementation process is done, we don't just plug in the system, leave you alone. We're very, very much a company that believes in after sales, aftercare. The system has a number of easy ways to contact us, as well as a knowledge base, and you'll have regular contact from your account manager and your service team as and when needed. We're very proud to have won multiple customer service awards. We have a 5-star rating on Trustpilot with multiple reviews. Been in the industry for 23 years now, and in fact the first customer we ever signed is still with us today, which goes to show that people do stay with us for the long term.